Stolen Light. I'm LTJ Reeds. This is Stolen Light. If you're not throwing light, you're not acting right. I've got your Mr. Alamo City 2025, Isaac Cardona. I can't say it in that nice, like, I don't have an accent like that. I have a country accent and it ruins me speaking any kind of, like, having any kind of, like, I got this just really pump, like, country thing. I can't roll my R's and I can speak French, kind of. I don't
Neither can I.
know. I
Neither
don't know.
can I. I grew up in the country, and the twang comes out too. So
I cannot roll my R's for anything, man. It's the hardest thing ever. Well, you're here on Throwing Lights. Glad to have you. Let's go ahead and jump in. Isaac, down in San Antonio. Tell us a little bit about how you got involved in the community.
in community, it would definitely have to be when we started the Leatherman. I was active in like the gear nights and the leather scene, but it wasn't until we actually founded the San Antonio Leatherman about we're going on our third year, like 3 years and a half is when we actually started getting involved in the community and talking to other people and working with different organizations. So about 3.5 years ago.
So at the beginning of the San Antonio Leather, man, that is great to have you because I actually have not had anybody on the show to speak of them. I've had people that are related to, but the San Antonio Leatherman, I think y'all are phenomenal. Y'all have a lot of members for just being together for 3.5 years. Were you like in 150 members or something like that?
We're in about the last time I checked, we're in about 150. And then I think at the last social that we had, we added like another four more, I think. So we didn't expect this to grow so fast. It was just we wanted to bring leather back to San Antonio, and so Joey Palacios, our president, got an idea together, sat us all down, and we're like, okay, let's do this. And then it just took a life of its own.
So, yeah, I mean, I want to join. I hope to get to join at some point. I mean, for you guys that are watching, San Antonio and Austin, where I am, are fairly close to each other. You can get to, I mean, if things go well, you can get to San Antonio from Austin in about like an hour and 15 minutes. I would say an hour, but that's a
Like
tricky task because traffic.
like during the day, because the traffic is horrible. Do not
Maybe,
wait till
maybe
like after 5.
it becomes a hot mess when you get down to New Braunfels and
Yeah.
then all that stuff. So anyway, so okay, cool. So what brought you to the Leatherman? Like why did you like what were you doing before that?
So, I had moved to San Antonio back in 2008. Like, I'm not from here. I'm from a small country town, 30 minutes from Eagle Pass, and moved over here in 2008. And I had my friends, and we would go out to the strip, the where the bars are, go out to the Pegasus and everything. And it wasn't until I went to the Annex, the old gay bear leather bar, that I walked in and I was like, oh, these are my people. Like just the body positivity, and I love bears. Like I love the big dudes. And so it's just, seeing that walking around with, their harness and their leather vests. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm home. This is where I belong. And just going to the annex on gear nights with my husband and, I knew the bartenders there and that's how I met Master Cat, who's been my mentor for 12 years. And so, just learning through him and, that was my first introduction into leather. Seeing the IML contest because they would always have it playing on the screens. And that was how I learned about leather and was just the gear nights and going to the annex.
I don't know if I ever been to the Annex when it was around. So what are some of your passions about being not just involved in the community, but being a Leatherman. Like what particular characteristics or beliefs or missions do you believe you you are empowered by being a Leatherman?
Missions. Oh, okay. Um, Definitely just, reading a lot. I like the structure of it. I've also, read a lot of old guard stuff and, a lot of, we don't practice the old guard in the Leatherman, but we do know about it and we educate people. One of the things I like is like I want to earn my meerkat, which is why I never wear one. That's an old guard tradition. So my passion's just I don't know. I like leather. I like how it feels. I like how it's the way I describe leather is it's that pair of jeans or a little black dress that you put on and you feel powerful, you feel confident, you feel that you can do anything. And that's when I put on, a full leather outfit, that's how I feel. And it just brings out this confidence in you that I just can't explain, but it does.
I totally get it. What are some, like, trans rights, things like that? What are some of your more, like most passionate causes that you like to get behind?
Well, right now we did a canned food drive this whole month of August. We're in our last week of it, and that's going to the Metropolitan Church food pantry, and they're a very accepting church for us, and so helping them. I've actually toured Thrive organization with the CEO yesterday, so we're going to help the LGBTQA Thrive organization there. Trans rights. Earlier this year, we did a march here in San Antonio, I think and so that was really good. It's not just like one or two. It's I need to help everybody in this community. There's a lot of resources that people don't know about. There's a lot of charities that are starting up, especially at Woodlawn Point, which is another place here in town. They've just opened a food pantry. They just opened a closet for trans people to go get clothes. We're going to go down there and hopefully help them organize everything, start that food pantry, and just keep it going. It's not just one, oh, I backed this up. I'm for anybody. We got the San Antonio AIDS Foundation walk coming up. They need volunteers. Um, and who, I've been asking like my members in the in San Antonio Leatherman and Alamo City Leather Association. I'm like, what do you guys care about? And let me know what charities um you want to help, and let's do it. So.
So you said old guard versus new guard. Like, what are your definitions? We haven't had a lot of conversations of that. Obviously, you mentioned that being gifted your meerkat is a
Mhm.
old guard tradition. So, in terms of new guard stuff, you said that the Leatherman are new guard. Are there any other things that are old guard that you tend to adopt?
Not necessarily. Well, the protocols, because I do have a leather boy that I'm mentoring, my pup Grim, and I'm just trying to teach him like the respect, the education um, of it all. And it's not really like, and I mix the old guard with the new guard when I teach him because it's not I don't have the final say. I'm always asking them, how do you feel? What do you think? Tell me what you want and I will try and get that for you. So it's a little mixture of both.
You said respect and education. What are some things or principles that you feel leather people or even people in general should adhere to be great representatives of the culture?
Just hmm, you're making me really, really think.
I have a PhD almost. I'm sorry. I'm
You're fine.
a researcher.
Just Dude, repeat the question because I'm scatterbrained. You saw me in Dallas. I thought it was in Austin
You're
when I was in
fine.
Dallas. Like,
No,
I'm
it's
scatterbrained.
a question. What are some of the attributes or some of the things that you think show respect in our community that you would tell someone that you're mentoring?
Just be polite. Yes, sir. Recognize the titles, recognize what the person has done. Um, just be respectful and know the protocol, with other people if they have like master slave relationships, daddy boy relationships, handler pup relationships. Just trying to teach them the whole protocols and just know, you know, to respect that and be polite about it. Just as
I
we
don't
wear
know.
a
A
harness
lot of
and oh
Well,
no.
some people sometimes say that you need to know the rules before you break the rules or something like
Hmm.
that. But I don't think necessarily a lot of people coming into the community now are getting kind of old guard like they have no old guard awareness. I love when you say like helping everybody. You need to help everybody. So you're doing all kinds of different things. Do you ever have any obstacles in terms of trying to relate to all the various communities? Like obviously you're not a trans person, but you do care about trans rights. Have you been able to find ways, I guess events, of course, of just making inroads and being that kind of like net that catches everybody? Like, what are some things that you really enjoy?
Just reaching out and talking to the people. When we did the Trans March, just getting to know Leo and Mr. Texas, Ash, hearing his story, and being there and supporting him. I don't think we've never met any obstacles. It's just like, I want to hear your story. How can I help you? Let's see what we can do.
Mhm. How do you feel about having your title and going on the IML track? So you're going to be going to IML next year, right? Um, have people been just in your ear a lot about that, because it's like a big deal, I guess, right? But have you been getting that kind of like, okay, IML, IML, right?
Not yet, but people do whisper, "Oh, you're going to IML." I'm like, "Yes," and then I start panic sets in, um, because I went last year for the first time to support my Sash dad, Cowboy Workster, when he was on the stage. So I got to see everything and I took notes, but I it's intimidating. I'm looking at it like, what am I getting myself into? My biggest fear is walking off stage at a jockstrap. Like the interview, the questions, all that. No, it's actually being on stage and having to work the stage in like a jockstrap. That's what I'm scared of because
That's fair. That's fair. That's
my,
not one of my
you
favorite
know,
things to do
I'm
either.
almost 50. My ass should be up here, not down here. So it's like, okay, but I do
Everyone's
preach.
into different things, so who knows?
Yeah, it's like, I like bears. So I got to just go out there and be myself. And I'm like,
That's all you gotta do, man. Just be yourself when you go out there. Don't worry about it. Don't overthink it. I wish I had taken my own advice I just given you, but just go out there and be yourself.
yeah,
Don't overthink or you're gonna get trapped on stage.
exactly. So it's intimidating, but if I just think about it, like just go have fun. I think it's gonna, because that's what I did with Mr. Alamo City Leather, was just, I'm just gonna go out there and have fun, and I did, and so I'm just carrying that with me to IML.
What made you run for Alamo City Leather?
I actually got that question in my interview. It was, why now? Why, you're not a spring chicken. Why are you doing it now? And it just felt right. Because I remember when the goddess came to visit, and I asked her, how do you know when you're ready to run for a title? And she told me, you'll never be ready. You will never be ready. And but you will know when it's right for you to run. And so last year I wasn't ready. And then this year with everything going on in the world and here in San Antonio, I was like, I'm ready. I'm ready to step up. I'm ready to try and make a change. I'm ready. Let's do it. Let's go.
Right on.
Um, and I took that advice from her, and she's amazing. So,
The goddess is amazing.
mm.
So since you've had your title, when did you get your title?
um, I got my title the week before IML.
Okay, so in May.
Yeah, in May. I won it, and then that the next week I was on a plane to IML.
So what's the journey been like so far?
Um, it's been interesting. It has really been interesting because um it's there's no handbook of this is how you do it. So I remember for the first like month or two, I was like texting, messaging people and who had titles like, "What do I do? I I don't know," and they're like, "Just do it." And so I did. It was like my one of my first duties was to put together the Pride, not the Pride Parade, but our involvement in the Pride Parade. It was been the first time I think Leatherman have been any form of leather has been in the Pride Parade for a while, and we were the largest group to ever walk in it. So it's just going to those Pride meetings and getting our spot and getting everybody situated and decorating. That was cool. It's just there's no handbook, so you just do what you got to do.
Um,
It's been interesting. It's been interesting.
so in terms of going to IML, besides actually competing, how do you feel about being on the track to going to this competition and getting to compete in this next May? And you got a lot of time to prepare, right?
No, I got a lot of time to prepare, but it's gonna come quick. It next thing I know, it's what we're entering September. Next thing we know, it's Christmas, then January, and then I'm like gonna be panicking. Um,
Fair enough.
I mean that's the truth. But
January is time to panic.
it's just just take it one step at a time, or I'm looking at it 1 month at a time, like, okay, I need to do this, I need to do this, I got to go to this event, I need to meet with these people, but also need to start planning IML and everything like that. It's intimidating, and I'm going to use that word a lot to describe it, but yeah.
So, what do you want? Would you okay? Let's flash forward. It's towards the end of your title year. Okay,
Yeah.
what is the main thing that you want your legacy to be?
My legacy, that I helped people, that I listened to people, that and I'm going to continue to do that with once I hand out the title, I'm still going to try and work with the community. Um, and that's it. That, we need to help those who can't help themselves. We need to educate those. And that's what I want my legacy. I don't need this big thing that like, oh, he did this, he did this. No, if I can help one person, then I did good.
So being a title holder now, are there some things that you have discovered were not true, or like, did you have an idea of it and it turned out to be something completely different?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We talked about it in Dallas. One of the things when we were on the panel, it was, I thought it was going to be easy that like, oh, yay, let's go help this charity. Oh, okay. It's work.
Work.
I expected, the volunteers to be there and piling up, and no, it's a second job, and meeting with like, you know, meetings and sending emails out and trying to get everybody's time to when can we do this and do that, and it's a lot. It is a lot. And I don't think people realize how much it takes just to plan an event, just to organize a charity or a donation or something, but it takes a lot of work. And I think that's one of the things that I've come to like realize is like it is work. And when you work a full-time job too, it's a lot.
Well, a lot of people don't see the work that we do behind the scenes as title
Hmm.
holders, and it's a lot, especially when you're like working on planning competitions and things like that. And I mean, you still got you still got a ways. So I mean, mental health is important, my friend. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure that your needs and the community needs are
Yep.
together. And just don't get overwhelmed. Don't take on too much.
But see,
Do you?
let me see. I was in my third month of my title because I got it in May. I was May, June, July. Yeah. And I was already burning out because, I'm representing San Antonio Leatherman. I'm representing Alamo City Leather, trying to get all the events, trying to figure out, what to do. Because once you're a title holder, everybody's like, come here, let's do this, let's do that. And I was burning out 3 months in. And um, I actually resigned from the San Antonio Leatherman board. Like, I'm still a member, I'm just not the treasurer anymore.
Mm.
Um, and I've had to step back so I can get some, self-care, some mental clarity because I was tired. Like, I'm working 40 hours plus San Antonio Leatherman Treasury, doing all those events, and then Alamo City, going to their meetings, going to their events, and then plus trying to organize all my stuff. It's I literally had to take a step back, and I get it now when they say, you need to take time for yourself. So, I did have to step back. I feel really bad because part of me feels like I let the members down. And, it's like, no, you take care of yourself. You're fine.
It's about you in terms of taking care of yourself, and everybody's going to respect you if you communicate what you can and cannot do.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I totally know how you feel. I mean, I almost quit twice, but it took me talking it out and realizing that, hey, how I behave is not necessarily how other people are going to behave. I can't
Yeah.
expect people to operate the way I want them to operate. I had to learn how people give back in their unique way. Okay, so Isaac, we're towards the end here. Is there any aspect of our community that you feel that we are not shedding enough light on?
How much time do you have? No.
A little bit.
No, an aspect of our community that we're not, I, hmm,
What's at the top of your list?
something that we're not like sharing enough or
Yeah. What's something you think we could focus more attention on?
just getting along. We're all here for the same reason. We're all here trying to make a difference in this community. We're, and you're not going to get along with everybody, but you have to respect everybody. And I was taught, you know what? You might not like that person. That's fine. Just do the Miss America wave, smile, hi, okay, move on. Because if we can't get it together and work together, we're just making it easier for those who want to erase us, who want to divide us. We're just basically just handing our rights to them. And we need to remember that we're all here for the same reason, and we just got to treat each other with respect.
I 100% agree with you. All right, Isaac, that brings us to the end of Throwing Life. There's one thing you have to do. You have to close the show, okay? I'm going to count to three. And when I count to three, you're going to say, if you're not throwing light, you're not acting right. You ready?
Well, hopefully,
One, two, three.
if you're not throwing light, you're not throwing right. I messed that up, didn't I? I
One more
did.
time.
It's
One more
down
time.
all over again.
One more time. If you're not throwing light, you're not acting right, okay? One more time.
Dude, and okay, so I've been at work all day today, like trying to memorize that because I knew I was gonna mess it up.
Oh, no. Okay, well, you got to go again, my friend. One more time.
Oh, if what, dude? See,
One, two, three.
if you're not throwing light, you're not doing it right.
That
Is
we're
that
gonna
close?
take that.
Okay,
We're gonna
good.
take that. All right, Mikey.
See, I told you. It's because
No,
I,
that's hilarious.
yeah.
I am laughing a lot right now, and I need to get off the camera. So thank you so
Uh,
much, Isaac, for being on the show. That's another episode of Throwing Light. I'll see y'all next week.
See
Bye.
ya. Bye.